right, so now we're on page 4. All right, so this one has a bunch of commands and drawing. So this question says, write a sequence of commands that will remove the tail of a doubly linked list. This one says, sequence of commands that will add a new item to index 0 of a doubly linked list. So remove from the tail, add to the head. And then using a linked list with 3 nodes, draw what happens when each line executes. Right, and using a linked list with 3 nodes, draw what happens after it executes. Because I'm a big believer in drawing these things out to demonstrate you understand it. So LibreOffice Draw, we'll boot that up, right? Because that'll look better than my scribbles in Paint. Okay, so there we've got something to draw with. Now we need to write the sequence of commands that will remove the tail of a doubly linked list. Okay. So let's go ahead and do, well, I'm going to deprive myself of a text editor or rather of an IDE for this question. Whoops, don't want that one. Don't want help. I don't need help. Okay, there we go. And let's go ahead, since I only use this in this class, I'm going to go ahead and text editor preferences. Change the font size to be something a bit, yeah. Let's go ahead and change the font size, boom. And there we go. Okay, so write a sequence of commands that will remove the tail of a doubly linked list. Okay, so we don't need the if statement here, we just want the commands that remove the tail, right? We're telling you to remove the tail, so that's what we're gonna do. All right. So first thing we need to do is, well, do we care about the old tail? The item in the tail? Let's just assume we do, but we probably don't. To return is equal to, I'm just going to grab it out of habit, tail dot item, right? That's how I refer to my tail. So I need to remove that guy. So to remove it, I need to make sure that the thing before the tail is the current tail of the list. Okay, tail dot, so the new tail should be equal to the thing that comes after tail. Tail is equal to tail.prev. Let's remember my semicolons here. Okay, and now what's the other thing we should do? Well, the tail, my tail is still attached to to the thing that comes after it. So we say tail.next is equal to null, right? Just to make sure to show that the tail shouldn't end with an, you know, what comes after the tail? Nothing. And now the garbage collector will then take care of this. All right. What if I wanted to make it circular? I just put head there instead. That's all I need. Right? So let's double check this by testing it out here. Okay. Boom. With a linked list of 3 nodes. Boom. Okay, so this guy is currently the tail. I'll just mark it there. That's the head. Right, and these are doubly linked lists. So, and the nice thing about this is that we get to just test this out by using the drawing. Right, this is kind of an auto check built in here. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to remove the tail. You say tail is equal to, so we stored the item. Would help me with time if I just simply did that. So tail is equal to tail.previous. So that means that this guy should be the tail, not this guy. Right? So that will be next step. And then, right, I want you to draw each of those images, each of these things that I'm doing one at a time. Tail is equal to tail.next. And this would be our third image. Boom, boom. Okay, and that's what we got. Okay, what about the other question? Okay, we have a, let's see. Let's go ahead and organize this actually a bit. Boom. So we've got our questions up here. Kill that. Move that here. And move that down here for when we get there. And kill that. There we go. That's much better. Okay, so now we have to write the sequence of commands that will add a new item to index 0 of a doubly linked list. So we're making a new head of the list. So what we need to do there is say that we need to create a new node. Node e node is equal to, yeah, I'll call it temp. It's equal to new node e item. We need to attach it. Temp.next is equal to head. Head.previous is equal to temp to attach it that way. And then we need to do, now we need to make him the new head. Head is equal to temp. Let's go ahead and draw that to see what happens. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. All right, so we created a new, so we have a new node here that we're adding. Yeah. All right, let's just make him smaller so that we can manipulate him a bit better. All right, so this is temp over here. We need to set, so the first thing we did was we said that head temp.next is equal to head. Then we said head.previous is equal to temp. Then we said head is equal to temp. Whoops. So this guy is now both temp and head, and that's all we have to do. Took me a lot longer because I'm trying to manipulate this on a computer, but by paper that's a lot faster.